Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 21st of August in the year 2020, and I just came down from the mountain. It's a long ride. It's 60 miles away to the top of the mountain that I went to last night to videotape the owl that me and Mike saw several days ago. I've been there every single solitary night trying to get footage of this owl, and I can't find him. So there's that. I was going to stay up there today and check out some off-road trails and such, but I couldn't because yesterday, after I made those two videos, one on my main channel, one on RFB2, and one on the band one, 911, this video right here I just put up yesterday if you haven't seen it. But it literally, this is crazy because I made this video yesterday because on the front page of the Drudge Report it said Obama gives a teary-eyed speech about Donald Trump destroying the country. And I tied that to Obama in I Pet Goat, where he's sweating and freaking out. And then it shows the winter outside, Psalm 23, and the American flag ripped in half. That freaked me out. But what I'm about to show you is proof positive that this is the New World Order using this pandemic to bring in Agenda 21. And it's not just me saying it. We've seen them say it, I don't even know how many ways. Several weeks ago, I showed you the World Economic Forum, and this is their YouTube channel, in case you didn't know that. That's creepy, right? This is the World Economic Forum with their 500,000 subscribers. COVID-19, the Great Reset. And the video basically explains everything. This is all effed up. I've shown you this video where the World Economic Forum is showing the pandemic, the rioting, everything else as a great opportunity for a great reset, meaning ushering in the New World Order. So listen to this if you haven't heard it. So there's one. We have a unprecedented pandemic gripping the world, and the authorities need to stop you from doing everything you've ever done before to protect you. Even if you have to lose your job, your business, your kids don't go to school anymore, you can't get food, you're traumatizing your children. I think the only thing you could do worse to a child is to sexually molest them, because putting a mask on them, putting shields on them is making them afraid of an invisible. It's making them afraid of the air around them. You see what I'm saying? But the World Economic Forum isn't the only one that completely backs up everything I've been telling you. The Rockefellers came out recently, and it's just more of the same. Reset the Table from the Rockefeller Foundation. Their report right here that you can download explains how the COVID-19 crisis has shown us how much food is a problem and how we're going to have to redo things and make things better. They're talking about getting rid of things that we've used for time immemorial, like animals, livestock, etc. And granted, the way that they process animals is horrible, but these are also the same people behind putting antibiotics and all these other genetically modified things into the food. So they're taking advantage of this. So why am I talking about this? Because I've already shown you videos about this before. Because you need to understand. Everyone needs to understand. None of this is what it seems to be. This is all ushering in the New World Order. But that's a conspiracy. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Well, you might not think of that after you watch this. So pay attention. Does anybody remember this? Because I do.
Represents.
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm
calm before the storm.
What storm is
We
it?
have the world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Remember that? So in a real world, a president wouldn't say something as cryptic as that at all. Now, people may already think the storm has come and gone, but I just found out that the UN is guaranteeing the storm is about to be here, and the storm is going to bring in the New World Order. They're straight up saying it now. They're not hiding it anymore whatsoever. Donald Trump told you, and it's about to happen. I'm going to show you proof that should scare the lights out of anybody that isn't believing what you're trying to tell them. I'm going to give you all the proof you could possibly ever need. Now, what the hell did you just see? You saw a virtual concert with people from New Zealand. Remember the countries that Bill Gates mentioned? New Zealand, Australia, and Taiwan? Remember that?
The testing could have been ramped up very quickly in a few countries that have almost avoided the epidemic entirely, like Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia. You know, they took their experience and actually prepared, and so they moved a lot faster. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
Now, I hate to keep playing that scumbag over and over again, but after this video, there's going to be another video on just Bill Gates, so you might want to watch that. But I have to keep drawing your attention to those three countries he keeps mentioning, that if we all did what Australia, New Zealand, and Taiwan did, everything would have been fine. Well, here's the problem. These people are from New Zealand. Do you see what I'm saying? The ones that were just singing that song to you, the virtual concert that unites the Pacific in the world battling COVID-19. Now, you can read all about the concert. You can see the people that were involved in it, what it's about. Of course, it's solidarity, multi-dimensional impacts. Keep that word in mind. Keep that word in mind. We will rise, we will rise, we will rise. In this song, they keep saying, we will rise. And all over the earth, there are statues like these giant ones right here, of giants rising out of the ground. It's called the Awakening. So don't forget that. Keep that all in mind. So again, on the UN's website, they're talking about this virtual concert that they had, multi-dimensional impacts, reach and perception. But here's the, why did that just happen? Here's the final act. Here's the final act. Sung primarily by children and youth, the heartwarming lyrics concluded on a note of hope. Around the world, we're closing borders. Around the world, they're closing borders. COVID-19 on the rise. A new world order behind closed doors. The storm will pass, we will survive. We will rise again. Our isles will rise again. We will rise, our world will rise again. The great old ones, ushering, this is literally, really, truly, and 100% happening, and this is them declaring it. A new world order behind closed doors. The storm will pass, we will survive.
You guys know what this represents?
Tell us, sir.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr.
We have the
President?
world's great military people in this room, I will tell you that. And we're going to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Give us a hint of your answers.
Thank you, everybody.
So they don't have any Olympics because they've been canceled because of COVID. They don't have any sporting events, so they held their own special virtual concert, and this is it. You tell me that this is not them straight up telling you. The kids are singing about New World Order. All the soldiers that they're showing you right here are UN soldiers, the blue helmets. The New World Order from behind closed doors. We will arise, we will arise. This is disconcerting, but at the same time, it's at least telling us exactly where we stand. They are doing this. No two ways about it. You need to prepare yourself in every possible way you can, but most specifically, prepare yourself in your heart and soul. We're closing borders. This just happened. This is new. A new world order from behind closed doors. We will rise. We will rise. The storm will pass. We will survive. And all the while, it's dancing, blue helmet, armed UN soldiers. This is really happening. You really need to understand that politics is nothing more to keep you distracted. Everything is everything to keep you distracted. And I'm going to put up a video on Bill Gates right after this video because I don't want to combine the two. But it's equally incredibly disconcerting, but it ties a bunch of things together. At any rate, Richie from Boston. If you order Patriot Pantry, they are still shipping. That will not be the case for very long, I would imagine. I know they probably don't want me saying that, but to be perfectly honest, they will be shutting this down soon. I can see that with my bad eye. Links will be in the description below. I want to thank YouTuber A Minute to Midnight because he's the one that brought this to my attention. Links to his channel will be below as well. Richie from Boston, it's getting serious. They are without a doubt doing this. And, oh, by the way, they already are locking Australia down. We already knew that because I've got people in Australia explaining that. But here's another little news tip for you. Australia's 4 big banks are just removing thousands of ATMs and shutting down hundreds of branches as the coronavirus crisis pushes nation closer to a cashless society. Remember when I told you when they brought in the pandemic, the first thing they go after is the money? They're going after everything. They're going after everything. This is really happening. I found myself at the top of that mountain last night alone, thinking, so what is it? Do I got a month left? Less than a year? How will I know when the time comes? I pray about it. I pray about it constantly. But there is no way on earth I'm ever taking that vaccine, and I'm not living in this new world order. People need to be... The only way we could even possibly stand a chance is if channels like Black Scout Survival, Such 00, Last Line of Defense, the big survival channels that still think Trump warned you about this back in 2017, and now here it is. This is the UN's website. This is all them. This doesn't even make any sense in a real world. Around the world, we're closing borders. That's telling you something. COVID-19 on the rise. I'm going to explain that in the next video, how that's going to happen. A new world order behind closed doors. The storm will pass, we will survive. Now, for the biblically minded people, the word of isles, think about that. That's what these statues you probably didn't even know that existed mean. Giants coming out of the ground. It's in the very, very first page of the Bible. There were giants in those days and will be again when the Son of Man returns. Richie from Boston, I'm out.